and you are standing exactly where the psalmist stood when he wrote, "I almost lost my footing. I nearly slipped. For I envied the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." But here is what happened next. He entered the sanctuary of God. Then he understood their final destiny. That shift in perspective changed everything. And that is exactly what is about to happen to you right now. Because by the time this message is over, you are going to see what God sees. You are going to understand why He allows what He allows. And you are going to realize that the wicked are not winning. They are walking into a trap they built themselves. Before we dive in, do me a favor. Type this in the comments right now. God sees what I cannot. Just those 5 words. God sees what I cannot. This is going to be your reminder throughout this message. And while you are at it, hit that like button and subscribe. Because by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why the wicked are not actually winning. And you are going to need this truth every time doubt tries to creep back in. Now let us start with something most believers are too afraid to admit out loud. Part 1. You are angry at God, and that is okay. Let us be real. You are not just upset about evil people winning. You are angry at God for letting them win. You have been carrying that anger for a while now, have not you? Maybe you have tried to pray it away. Tried to spiritual talk yourself out of it. Tried to fake like everything is fine. But deep down, there is a rage burning that you are too afraid to admit out loud. Because good Christians are not supposed to be mad at God, right? Good believers are supposed to smile, trust, and keep their doubts to themselves. But let me tell you something that might shock you. Your anger does not make you a bad Christian. It makes you an honest one. You know who else got angry? Asaph, the worship leader, the psalm writer, the guy whose job was literally to praise God. In Psalm 73, he looked around and said, "I have kept my heart pure for nothing. The wicked are healthy, strong, and prosperous, while I am suffering." He was furious. He was confused. He was ready to walk away for nothing. The wicked are healthy, strong, and prosperous, while I am suffering. He was furious. He was confused. He was ready to walk away. And God did not strike him down for it. God gave him perspective. Here is what most people don't do. It will not anger. That will actually be more concerning. Because anger at injustice means you still believe justice should exist. It means somewhere deep in your soul, you know the world is supposed to work differently. You are not mad because you stopped believing in good. You are mad because you still do. So let me give you permission right now. God can handle your anger. He is not scared of your questions. He is not threatened by your doubt. He would rather have your honest rage than your fake worship any day of the week. But here is the thing. Your anger is not the problem. It is the starting point. Because once you stop pretending everything is fine, once you stop faking your faith, then, and only then, can God show you what you have been missing. You are angry because you are looking at this whole thing from ground level, and I am about to show you what it looks like from God's view. If you have not already, drop that comment right now. God sees what I cannot. Type it out. God sees what I cannot. This is your last chance before we go deeper, and you are going to need this truth anchored in your spirit. Stay with me to the end, because I am about to show you exactly what God sees that you have been missing, and it is going to change everything about how you view the people you thought were winning. So what does God see that you do not? Let me show you the hidden trap. Part 2. What God sees that you are missing. You see success. God sees a setup. When you look at the wicked rising, climbing higher, getting richer, gaining influence, it feels like they are winning.
We promise a tenfold refund if it doesn't work. Traditional dentures can lead to jawbone loss and change your facial contour over time.
But let me give you a different angle. What if they are not being promoted? What if they are being positioned for a fall? Think about it like this. Imagine someone climbing to the top floor of a skyscraper that has no foundation. The higher they go, the impressive it looks